Have you ever felt picked on, disrespected, or undervalued at work? If so, you've likely gone home and felt depleted. Maybe you fought with your partner or gave your kids a hard time. Then a vicious cycle kicked in. When it was time to go to work the next day, you went fearful, defensive, and under significant mental pressure, and the cycle continued. But it doesn't have to. Hi, I'm Louise Bradley, and I'm President and CEO at the Mental Health Commission of Canada.
My first week blew in and out like a hurricane. I was totally overwhelmed, but it was great. Then in my second week, I saw something that rattled me. I was walking through the plant when I saw Bill, the plant supervisor.
Hey, Christine! Where do you think you're going? Oh, come on! You going to the toilet again? What's wrong with you? Get back to work!
Here's a chance to go over what we've been talking about. Answer some questions about Jeremy's situation. Choose the answer you think is correct, and if you're wrong, we'll explain why and let you give it another shot. Question number 1. Supervisors need to be able to manage the people who work for them. What Jeremy witnessed is...
Yes, you're right.
I've worked emergency services for almost 20 years now, and boy, things have changed in that time. When I started, it was a man's world, but now I'll bet you it's almost an even split. Hasn't been easy for the females, though. Lots of guys give them a really hard time. You know what I mean, the locker room talk or comments that estrogen doesn't belong in the front lines.
In our next section, we'll look at what has rapidly become one of, if not the leading form of bullying. We're talking about cyberbullying. But before we do that, let's take a few minutes and review what we've talked about so far. Answer these 5 questions to test your knowledge on BAD.
You get a formal reprimand from your manager for regularly arriving more than 15 minutes late to your shift. Is it bullying? Abuse of power and authority? Harassment? Discrimination? Or could it be an acceptable use of authority?
Select your region to learn a little bit more about the specific codes, acts, or laws that may apply to your workplace. The Northwest Territories defines harassment as a course of vexatious comment or conduct at a worksite that should have been known to be unwelcome and constitutes a threat to the health or safety of a worker. We regularly see and hear how organizations consider an employee's social media presence as a reflection of the organization. And because of this, people are losing their jobs. Organizations are asking themselves if employees, candidates, volunteers, or students have values that match their own.
Closer to home, someone may have saved it or taken a screenshot. It's out there, even after you've hit delete. So remember, the internet has no delete button.